Trivia time. We need a cool opener. We need some type of like intro.
That was not it.
No, it'd be like that though. There would be things that were happening, right?
Lasers.
Yeah, and things like and then things fly in and it's like and it flashes. It's like trivia, job. Yeah.
I know.
What?
I know what we have to do.
Okay, yeah.
We'll get the cat to do our intro.
Oh, we should get the cat to do our intro.
Yeah.
And we'll have it dance or something. That would be good. Let's see. We got firsts in already. It looks like Emily, the first one again. She is a machine.
The first.
Emily is the first. Danny thought she might be first. Shaggy also thought it. Steam was not. But Emily has been a machine on firsts. It's pretty amazing. I don't know what she does to prepare. I don't know what training regimen she has. I don't know if there's like a diet that she has to have to be able to get it. Like, you know, if there's lots of carbs involved or something, but man, she nails it all of the time. There are people that sneak in, but she is dominant when it comes to first. For those that don't know, if you're the first one to come into the chat and yell the word first, or say the word first, really, you get a point. So Emily gets our first point of the night. Alan is fourth. Welcome, Alan. Glad to have you.
Here's the thing, though.
Shaggy says on his screen, I'm first. Well, that's good. That's kind of like when your mom says that you're very attractive.
Alan's bad at math.
Why?
Alan is fifth.
Is he fifth?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Yeah, that's very unfortunate. That's like when my mom would come see my band and was like, "You are very talented," you know, and you're like,
"That's
thanks."
Like when my mom was like, "Caitlin, you're the funniest person I know." Until she met you. And now you're the funniest person she knows.
Well, because of the intro. Whenever I meet her, I'm like, Keith is here. And that's how, yeah.
Ever do that to my mom?
No, you gotta hit them hard. It's shock and awe. That's how you get them.
Don't do that to
Especially
my mom.
with old people.
I swear to God.
They love that.
If you tip my mom over to surprise her, I will kick your fucking ass.
Well, you know, I mean, it could be Alan guessed. That was a pretty close guess. Christina's here. Alan is fifth. Well, now he's like sixth.
Well, he was fifth, though.
But he said fifth after 6 people came in. I'm just saying. And technically, there's 13 people watching. I don't know who all you folks are. But thank you. We're glad to have you here.
Oh, crap.
Another way that you can get points, by the way.
Oh, okay. No. I thought maybe we had a tie.
But
we do have a tie, but it's for second.
Yeah, tie for second.
Yeah.
Both Danny and William were first, second.
Yeah.
Which unfortunately doesn't get you any points.
That gets you nothing.
But another way that you can get points, which I am going to go and do now, is if you're on Facebook, you can go to the little thing. Oh, turn off. All right. And then you can share. Oh, do we have? Well, goodness. Somebody's going to know a question later in the show. All right. So if you, let's see. It's not the thing. Don't answer that.
Stop answering.
That wasn't it. I'm sharing. So if you, another way you can get points if you're not the first one in, you can share the show on Facebook, and that will also get you points. And it'll give us a little thing down at the bottom, right? And so, oh, thank you, Christina.
Yeah.
We look forward to seeing you too. I know it seems like we're doing a thing for you, but you all are doing a thing for us as well. So we really appreciate it.
Keeping me less anxious, which keeps him sane.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so the way you share, you go up to the top. It's kind of the upper right there of the chat, and you do share. Oh, yeah, Shaggy did it. Here's me. You see that? You'll see an alert. That's me doing it, right? That's pretty cool. So if you do it, you'll see that. And at the end of the show, we're going to tally up all the shares that people have done and give them points. If it shows up there, you get a point. So to show there, you have to have it like shared to a profile, or you need to share it to a group or things like that. You can't just share it privately. But if there's somebody that you think would really enjoy the show, the best way to share it with them is in the comments in the chat there. Just tag them, right? And that'll invite them over, and they'll be like, hey, what are we doing? And you'll be like, we're doing some trivia. And if we see that in the chat, we'll give you a point for that as well, because you're helping us grow. And we appreciate it. So yeah, lots of great people. And we've got at the top, there's also this little silhouette thing. Oh, what? Hey, get out of my camera. You're ruining the entire theater of it. We're supposed to be in a very large, like studio.
Hello.
Hello. How's it going down there?
Stop staring at my crotch.
If I do this, it looks like I'm talking to you on the stream,
He's
though.
speaking directly to my crotch.
Yeah, but this is like if we were the Brady Bunch and we're in the little boxes, and I'm like, hey, how's it going down there, Caitlin? Are you looking up at me?
Yeah, I'm looking over your head.
We can't even see each other. You may have to go higher than that. Let's see. You look... Yeah, no, that's good. That's pretty good. Yeah, this is great. This is not weird at all. Sitting next to each other, we look like we're like drunk next to each other. Are you going to do a picture?
Yep.
Oh, you're going to send a picture. Can you put it in the chat?
It's going to be for... Yeah, I can log on to the Facebook thing. And
Karen wants weekly trivia, even when we continue. Okay, so this is us talking to each other on the show. All right, see if you can. I don't know if you can add it to that. We'll add it to Another Wasted Hour. If you look at the Another Wasted Hour page, we'll put it up there. Because I don't know if we can post it to the chat itself, but it's pretty great. Trey is here. Different Trey than we're used to. Used to go to the Dreamscape shows way back. I remember that. Then I think you went. Did you go into the armed forces for a bit or overseas somewhere? I feel like you were overseas for a bit.
I feel like you went abroad.
Abroad? Maybe it was abroad. I thought it was the armed forces, but I could be wrong on that. David Dugard says he's first, which is fine. Keith,
it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. That's whatever. Keith, your screen lies to you. It's a conspiracy. My screen lies to me. Why is that?
Because he wants to be first.
Oh, well, we have the system of record, and you can see it in. Oh, Craig just shared it. Thank you, Craig.
Hi, Craig.
Charles, did I just see a Charles? Charles has joined us. Hey, Charles, welcome.
Hello, Charles.
We're glad to have you. We're gonna do some trivia here. We were just kind of going through the rules and stuff. People are getting points for sharing, which we appreciate. If you want to participate in the game itself, it's very simple. We're going to ask you a question. We'll put it up on the screen. You'll have 60 seconds to type the correct answer in the chat. I will let you know that we're on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. And we found out that Twitch is the fastest to see the stream. And then YouTube is second and Facebook is third. So if you're over there on Twitch, you might have a little bit of an advantage. We just want to let you know. And so... yeah, if you get it in the time allotted, 60 seconds, you get a point. If you're the first person to get the correct answer, you get 2 points. It's like a bonus point. It's really great. And you can do one other thing, which we'll try not to go in too much, but it's called Throwing a Karen. Our good friend Karen invented it. And that is if you believe that no one else is going to get the answer correct and you don't happen to know it, you can just shout Karen in the chat. If nobody else gets it correct, you get a point. But, all right, it's a bit of a gamble because if someone does get it correct, you lose a point, okay? So those are the ways that you can earn points. We'll tally them all up at the end of the show. Somebody will be the winner. They'll get to choose the color of the studio for tomorrow. Kevin Levitt Jr. Chose the color today, a purple. And you would get to choose it, and you also have an acceptance speech. Let's see, did we miss anything? Ian is here. Dugard is here. Usually when I tag someone, people are offended. That's because you shouldn't be touching them, and you're tagging kids. You shouldn't play tag with kids. Ian, you did miss Brown Night. Interestingly enough, physics doesn't allow for brown light, so we went with a chartreuse, kind of a puke green. It was good. It was somewhere in there. You would have loved it. I feel like I did you right. What we didn't do is do your acceptance speech, which I think we should pull up and have Caitlin read, because we didn't get to read that yesterday. So Ian won a couple of days ago, and I got his acceptance speech after the fact. So I'm going to bring this up, and
I'm not wearing my glasses.
No, do you think if I move it over here, is it better? What if I make it?
I mean, if you put it over there, I can read it.
Let's see. Hold on. It's thinking about getting bigger. Okay. Can you read it there?
I'd like to thank our hosts, Caitlin O'Dwyer and Keith Center, for ceaselessly entertaining us medical emergency personnel, medical non-emergency personnel that are still at risk, anyone stuck working with the public, both within and without this crisis, Merv Griffin for inventing trivia, cheese, Philadelphia's most successful ambassador, Gritty, and Philadelphia's least successful mascot, the Philadelphia Philtrum. Paul Jobson's personal groomer for award-winning innovations in manscaping, the murder hornets that are here now, and the genocide wasps coming in July. Neville Longbottom for killing Thomas Marvello Riddle, all of the fine ducks at Camp Buckaduck, the tacos at the something restaurant,
yeah, LX
Ixtapalapa, the Palomas at Ixtapalapa restaurant.
Yep.
Anyone misfortunate enough to click on one of David Dugard's links, more cheese. You went too far.
Oh, I went too far. Hold on. There we go.
That one episode of Sesame Street that was sponsored by the letters L and R and the number 6. Everyone on the internet that agrees with me. Science, and everyone here who's expecting me to thank Keith Richards. But no, fuck that guy. He owes me $30.
There you go. All right. So congratulations to Ian 2 days ago. That was his acceptance speech. Quite epic, I will say. That was a lot. Hopefully this was still a good show to watch with all of that. Did I miss anything else?
Twitch
Dave
isn't working properly.
No? Why is Twitch
isn't
not
working properly?
That's unfortunate, is it not?
Is that you?
Is Charles Twitch? That would be super
Charles
interesting.
Septic.
Or Septics. Yeah, sorry, it's Septic.
You are Twitch. You are all of Twitch.
Yeah, everybody Twitch. Is. Yeah, just all Twitch is. All right, let me see what's happening. Let's see if for some reason it didn't make it over there. It says it's online. It says there's one person watching it. I don't know. I guess Twitch isn't the advantages it used to be. Hey, Septic. All right, cool. Well, now you're over here on Facebook. Excellent. You don't get the advantages of everybody else, but you can cheat off of their answers really well. Man, you see all the insanity that we have. Let's see. We need more Brady Bunch comedy. Oh yeah, here he goes. This is Septic. Twitch message isn't going through. I'm very sorry about that.
That is very sad.
Do we miss anything else? Let's see. Karen wants at least weekly trivia when we can leave our houses. We've created a monster is what we've done. Yeah. Brady Bunch stared at each other's crotches. Probably. I would expect from time to time. They were teenagers.
Trey joined the Navy.
Oh, Navy. Okay, yeah, I was right. Yeah, that's cool. I knew that. I'm so good at knowing people. Got a Facebook alert that Another Wasted Hour is streaming now. Looks like the delay is about 9 minutes tonight. Well, Craig, I don't know what to tell you. Did you tell Alexa to give you a 9-minute timer on it? Gritty, Philly Booger Slide. Yeah, these are good. My links are always okay. No, they're not. How did the French Toast Ian win? I have no idea. As a human services worker, Ian Herring, thank you for the kudos in your acceptance speech as an essential non-emergent worker. Well, that is very sweet. David Dugard has put up a chat in the or a link in the chat. I would highly suggest that no one actually touch it. Kevin Lovett's here, our winner from last night.
So
Danny was also. And so my mom is also here. Kevin, you'll see we've made the studio purple for you.
A blue kind of purple?
A bluish like purple?
Indigo-y purple?
Yeah.
I have a question 0 tonight.
A question 0, okay.
What is the best flavor of Jelly Belly jelly beans? Secondary question. Hey, babe, you want a jelly bean?
Yeah, I want a jelly bean. Absolutely. Well, I love jelly beans.
A pudding jelly bean?
Mm-hmm. Oh. This tastes like chocolate pudding. Why is it?
Chocolate pudding is the best of the Jelly Belly flavors.
But it tastes like chocolate pudding. Why don't we just have chocolate pudding?
Do you want me to make you chocolate pudding?
Chocolate pudding's way better than chocolate pudding jelly beans. Go-Go's here.
Hi, Go-Go.
All right. Cool. Close enough. We can change it, Kevin. Look, we have an app that changes the color of our lights, so we can change them to whatever we want. Big on Sour Patch Kids. Those are very good as well.
I just figured I would try a different purple than we had previously. We
My
had
mom-
like a pinky purple.
My mom goes with vanilla jelly beans.
Yeah, there's a vanilla
That's-
bean one.
That's also weird. I can't go with you on that. Jelly beans are supposed to be fruit flavored. Period. I'll give you cinnamon.
Diana, I have a slight amendment to your orange. I think tangerine is
My-
a very good flavor.
My mom would like a point for vanilla.
You get a style point for vanilla because I like that flavor also.
All right, we've got plenty of people. 26 people. Rules are simple. We're gonna put something on the screen and tell you a question. You're gonna give us an answer in 60 seconds. If it's correct, you get a point. If you're the first person who gets the correct answer, you get 2 points. Let's start this bad boy up. What's question number 1?
Alligators are naturally found in the United States and what other country?
There you go. That's what we need. 60 seconds on the clock. Oh my God, it's coming over now. No, don't come on my. This is my space over here. You have your own space over here.
I'm an alligator. I have no boundaries.
No, why don't you have boundaries? You need to be taught boundaries.
I'm an alligator.
You don't even have a central nervous system that'll keep you warm. All right, so get the answers in. There's about 30 seconds left. We need your answers.
Septic is masquerading as Charles.
I'm enacting a new rule starting tonight. Anyone who can guess the answer correctly before we put the question up gets a shirt. If you can guess the answer before it goes up, we send you a shirt. This is going to make it more interesting.
This is going to be a fucking nightmare.
There's no way that this is not going to work out for the best.
We are getting such a variety of answers right now, by the way.
All right, time is up. Let's go to the chat. Fucking duck in the house. That's true. Charles says...
In this house.
Yeah, Charles, who is actually septic, says I'm Charles for tonight.
Just for tonight.
It works out, though. So what we'll do, Charles, is we'll give you all of septic's points. Just so you know. Don't say, oh my God, we almost killed Caitlin. Oh, Lord. You almost
killed Caitlin because Steven said Switzerland for his answer, and now I'm imagining alligators in the snow.
Snow gators.
Eating bonbons.
Oh, my goodness. So let's go down this. Have you all played Bamboozled? That's what Kevin wants to know. I've seen it. I have not
I've
played
made
it.
children play Bean Boozled.
Yeah, it's called Bean Boozled, too.
Yeah.
I know what you're going for, but it's like a set of jelly beans that all look the same, or at least pairs of them look the same, and one's like orange, and then the one that looks just like it is like snot, or is like
it's like
earwax.
puke.
Yeah. Oh,
And pear.
I have not played it, and the reason I haven't played it is because there's no possible risk reward that wants me to buy that.
Well, and a lot of the flavors aren't fruit flavors, so he doesn't believe in them.
Yeah, they're not real.
Your worst combination would be chocolate pudding or dog food.
Yeah, because I just lose. Either way, I'm like, no.
Dr. Pepper.
I would have rather have eaten just real dog food. What?
What about Dr. Pepper jelly beans? Sometimes in the big bags of jelly
Yeah,
beans with all the flavors, I'm not so good with colors that are close to each other. So, I mix up the Dr. Pepper one and the chocolate pudding one, and I really don't like Dr. Pepper.
I got to put the times up too. I forgot to do that.
Oh, you have a times up button now?
Yeah, I got a times up button.
You're fancy.
I know. I'm owning it. All right, let's go through these answers. We got to move along. Remember yesterday when I was here and you were like, and we were all wondering why the show goes so slowly, and I was like, I don't know, but Caitlin's not here and it's going pretty quick. Just saying.
So it's going slowly because I'm fucking delightful.
England, Egypt, Cuba, China, Mexico, Africa, the country of Africa. Egypt, China, Egypt, Mexico, Indonesia, Costa Rica, Mexico, Margaritaville, which is also not a country.
You kind of rhyme there. Indonesia, Costa Rica.
Yeah, Mexico, Kenya. I believe that's where lions are.
Lions and tigers, only in
Kenya.
Kenya.
China, Switzerland, Keith Richards. Request 15-second window for pre-question guesses. Is what Trey wants. All right, we'll see how this works. All right. My mom. Okay. David already has a guess for number 2, which is C&O Canal, and my mom guesses banana. This is so great. Look, I'm a fucking genius when
Okay,
it comes to these
Here's
things.
my rule, though.
Okay.
We have to, once we've announced the answer, you have to reread all the pre-guesses.
Okay, we're rereading the pre-guesses.
Just to see how ridiculous they were.
Steam would like Steam would like to get a style point for Switzerland.
Well, it did make me laugh.
Yeah.
So.
You're slacking on your style points. That's the problem.
Yeah, the problem, Steve, I realize you already saw one of the questions, but you don't know what number question it was.
Yeah. And you don't know if your answer was correct.
Yeah.
So it's very tricky that way. All right, so do we have the correct answer?
Yes.
We do. What is the right answer?
Can you read out what Craig said, please?
Craig said, let's go to Craig. He says, what? Oh, here. I didn't even hear or see the question because I'm getting cake. Well, I mean, priorities, that's good. I just got back and saw people listing countries. This is going to be good.
For the record, he got Boston cream pie, which is kind of like cake, but it's called pie.
Yeah, it's pie.
Second of all, Craig got the answer right.
He got it right and he wasn't even in the room?
Well, I have a feeling you ripped off Danny, who answered correctly before he did.
Which is not a bad thing to do.
It's really not a bad call.
Yeah, not a bad call. Danny was the first one that got it in. China's the answer. 2 points to Danny. Also a point for Craig and Melissa. Those are the ones I see who got it right.
Yes.
All right. Melissa says, I had Dr. Pepper cotton candy. It was odd. That does sound odd.
I don't like either of those things.
Let's see. Swiss chocolate covered alligators. That's what Gordon was thinking.
There is a dish called Swiss alligator. It doesn't have chocolate in it.
All right. So if anyone has a pre-guess for the next one, we've got C&O Canal and banana. We're going to move on to the next question here. I put the 30-second timer on. Does that seem fair?
For the
pre-guesses?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
That seems fine.
All right, so there's...
Trey requested 15 seconds, but with the delay, I think you're 30 seconds.
I could probably make a 15-second one. Yeah, but then if you think about it when we move on... Yeah.
Your mom guessed twice. She pre-guessed twice. That's cheating.
Well, banana and yellow, they're basically the same thing.
Ronald Reagan.
Bananas taste like yellow.
Legend of Zelda.
Okay, this is good.
22.
This is never going to work, but it's so funny.
And Keith Richards.
All right, let's get the actual question number 2.
Question number 2. What was Chuck Berry's only number 1 hit?
Chuck Berry, pretty famous when it comes to music. 60 seconds on the clock. What is the only number 1 hit he had? So probably had more than one hit, right? More than one song you'd recognize, but only one of them went to number 1. Which one was it? So this is good. And so yeah, what you're probably wondering is, was it his famous song Banana, or C&O Canal,
Legend of Zelda,
or Legend of Zelda, or Yellow, or Ronald Reagan, or 22, the great hit by Chuck Berry, 22.
That's a Taylor Swift song.
Yeah. 25 seconds left on the clock. Maybelline. Is that right?
Maybelline.
Yeah. That's one from him. Johnny Be Good. That's a really good guess. If you think Chuck Berry, you probably think, right? You probably think Johnny Be Good because you got like the Back to the Future references, things like that. So that's not a bad guess in my humble opinion. All right, so let's see. Time is up. I'm not hearing it, unfortunately, but we'll go to the chat. I just have to keep an eye on it. And let's go down some of these. Johnny Be Good, The Gong Show, Maybelline again. Danny says my ding-a-ling, which Danny, I hate to break it to you, I don't know that you have one. So, my linens.
You will never know.
The Twist, Maybelline. Johnny Be Good, Maybelline. The Song That Never Ends, which is actually by Lamb Chop, is not by anyone other than a puppet. Let's see. More Johnny Be Goods. Good one. Blurred Lines, says Trey. I don't think that's from him either. I could be wrong. My linens was Maybelline. All right, Maybelline, Wrecking Ball. So Trey's just now listing famous songs from recent that he thinks maybe Chuck Berry had done a cover of. When I think Chuck Berry, I think who? That's Well,
Apparently so deceptic.
yeah. You have no idea who he is. All right. We made Danny snort wine out of her nose. That's not good.
Was it a red wine or a white wine?
Yeah, that's going to matter because it's going to make your boogers change color. It's fact.
That's where I was going with it.
Yeah. All right. Let's go to the answers here and find out. Did anyone get them right?
Yes.
Yeah. Let's see. Was it Maybelline?
No.
Johnny Be Good?
No.
Emily had that first. No. The Gong Show, which I don't think is actually true. Barbine has joined us. Welcome, Barbine. He's our Minister of Misinformation. You can tell he's sharing down over there right now. You can see the sharing. We appreciate it. Let's see. Maybelline. We already did that. No. Dugard just said that twice, but had to spell it differently. Danny says, my dingaling.
Correct.
What?
Yeah.
Her dingaling was number 1?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Congratulations on having a number 1 dingaling, Danny. That's really impressive. All right, so 2 points goes to Danny. Killing it today, Danny. Coming in quick.
You are sucking at losing today.
And no one else, no. Karen got it in right before betting on Danny, says Karen. And what a good bet that was. So far, the only people who have points are Danny and people who cheated off of Danny. That's our whole show right now. All right, let's start. 30 seconds on the clock. Who wants to pre-guess for the next question? Again, if you get the answer correct without seeing the question, you will get a t-shirt. Just right off the bat, you just win. You get the t-shirt. You don't even have to wait to the end of the week, because usually what we'll do is we gather up all the points from the entire week. Whoever has the most gets a t-shirt, unless they've gotten a t-shirt before, and then we go down the list to the first person who deserves a t-shirt. All right, so we've got pre-guesses in. We'll move on, and let's get the question up, and then I will go over the pre-guesses. All right? All right, you ready for it? So question number 3, correct?
Yes. This is the closest question. What year did the Volkswagen Beetle first make an appearance?
I'm glad you asked that, Caitlin. Craig knows the answer to this. It's Princess Daisy. Or perhaps it's Sasquatch. Or 1966. Which is actually not a bad guess. That's pretty... It's going to be something like that, right? Polar bears. Was it polar bears,
No.
Caitlin? No. Is it 27 or Alex Guinness or the Panama Canal?
None of those.
Uranus. Is it Uranus?
No, it is not.
It isn't. All right, 30 seconds left on the clock. Get your actual answers in.
It's also not falafel or cherry pie.
Yes, it's 1945, says Dugard. But I think that was after we had started.
Yeah.
I feel like that was his real answer. All right. Let's see. All right, 10 seconds. 5 seconds, let's say. Get the answers in. And we will go to the chat here shortly to see what people have guessed. Lots of years, which is a really good thing. I would highly suggest guessing a year. So time's up. Let's go look. Diana's staying with her guess of 1966. Her before guess and her after guess, same guess.
Same number.
Okay. David Dugard went with 1945. We got 1965 for Septic. Alan says 1939. Gordon says 1939. 1943 from Steven. Emily goes with Diana with 1966, where Diana just guessed blind. I'm just saying. 1955, Jenny, the first one with that answer. Shaggy says 1941. It's the first one to guess that. Another 1939. 2,949. 2949, says Gordon McCracken. That seems... So it's coming from the future.
The future.
Yes, it's in the future. Craig went with 1953. First one with that answer. 1944, I think first one with that. 1960. All over the place. This is good. A lot of 1939s, though. We're seeing 1939s all over the place. My mom went with 39. Danny went with 37. 1960 with Christina. 1944, Melissa. Gordon, 1949, has gone with a second guess. He was the 2 was a mistake. That does make sense. 1940 says Karen. Time's up. How important another wasted hour is to me. I scheduled around trivia on Fridays to schedule a meeting with a classmate for 7 Fridays. Oh, okay. So you actually had a meeting at 7 o'clock on Fridays, and you've changed it just to do this. That's great. We appreciate that. That's pretty cool. All right. Did anyone get it correct?
No.
No one got it correct, which means that unfortunately, Diana, you don't get the T-shirt. But that was a good guess for not even knowing what the question was. All right, so no one got it right, so we're going to need to know the answer so that we can figure out who's closest. So what's the correct answer?
1938.
1938 is the correct answer. 1939, Trey, Gordon, Alan. Looks like Alan was first with the 1939, and I don't see a 1937 before that. So Alan, Gordon...
Does Alan get 2 points?
Well, Alan changed his, though. We're going with Gordon's first. Oh, no, there was a Gordon B. McCracken and Gordon McCracken. There's Gordon Sr. and Jr. Playing, which is making it trickier. So Gordon B., is that senior or junior?
That's Go-Go.
That's Go-Go. Okay, so Go-Go got it. Unfortunately, senior didn't. He went with 1949.
So does Alan get 2 points then?
I think so. Yeah, he was the first one to get it the closest. 2 points to Alan, 1 point to Go-Go, 1 point to Trey, 1 point to my mom, 1 point to Danny.
Shit.
And that's it. Time's up. Oh, time was up after that. I've got the 30 seconds on for people to get their pre-answers in. What are you trying to figure out? How can I help you?
I just have to add people.
Oh, yeah. Definitely add people.
So
all right.
I got Trey.
Yeah, Trey, Gordon Sr. and Go-Go. You've got Gordon Sr. Go-Go's new.
Yeah, Go-Go's new.
You got him.
And then
Alan.
my mom got a point.
Yeah, my mom got a point, and Alan got a point.
I got Fran. And then Danny got a point.
And Danny got a point, yeah. Alan got 2 points.
Alan
We're
got 2 points.
working on it, people. It
We're
takes
getting
a
there.
second. All right, the pre-answers are in, so we're going to move on to our next question. This is question number 4. Whenever you are ready, take your time. It's okay.
First and last name, please. Who wrote Dr. Zhivago?
All right, who wrote Dr. Zhivago?
Spelling doesn't count.
We need the first and last name. It needs to at least be pronounceable. Let's see. Can I ask you if any of these are correct by any chance? Edible Socks. Did they write Dr. Zhivago?
No.
They didn't. Did Knuckles? I assume one of the characters from Sonic the Hedgehog.
No.
No, it was not. Circus Peanuts. Did Circus Peanuts?
No.
No, they didn't. Butternut Squash.
I would just like to say that while we were cooking dinner, Keith was asking, how can we make trivia more interesting? What's the thing we can add to make trivia more interesting?
Right.
He found it.
That's what I do. Butternut Squash, not correct?
No.
Photosynthesis.
No.
Jodie Foster.
No.
No. Turtles. Did Turtles write it?
I like turtles.
Circus Peanuts are in fact banana flavored. That's good. Cyrillic. Was it written in Cyrillic?
No.
No. The Black Pearl. Was it written by the Black Pearl?
No.
Oh, interesting. So
Was it
none of
written
those
by
in.
Vomit Face?
That's not good. No, Emily does not like Circus Peanuts. However, if you do like Circus Peanuts, anybody who does, David Dugard has a meal for you. He's got like a recipe that he's created that I'll let him talk about it. Time is up. Let's go to the chat and see what people are saying.
I just want to say that Trey gets a style point.
Trey gets a style point. Some Russian fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, we've got some Karens. We've got 3 Karens.
I'm very conflicted on this one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need a secondary judge.
Okay. Hector Shivago. It was apparently just about himself.
Okay.
He is also a doctor, I assume. Craig says Thomas Marvello Riddle.
No.
No, it's not. No. That might have been his pre-guess. Stephen King. Again, Thomas Marvello Riddle. Craig and Emily are they're like a gang now.
Yeah.
They've definitely
They're conspiring
somehow
against me.
Yes. Norman Chomsky.
It should be Noam Chomsky.
Yeah, Norm.
But also no.
Noam Chomsky.
See, okay, just pay attention to that. That is not at all how you spell Chomsky. But
yeah,
you knew how to say it.
Sure. Leo Tolstoy.
No.
Another Thomas Marvello Riddle. Septic's catching on how this is done.
Damn it, Septic.
Boris Pasternak. Pasternak?
Okay, here's the thing.
Okay.
The answer...
Anton Cold as a Bitch. Is that correct?
No.
No, it's not that one.
The answer is Boris Pasternak.
Pasternak.
And I don't think that's close enough.
You don't think that that's close enough, but when it was Germany, where it was just all E's, you were fine with that.
I don't know. I'm conflicted.
All right.
And you're probably conflicted because it's your mother.
Well, then you know what? We put it up to a vote for the people. Is Boris Pasternak close enough to Boris Pasternak to count as that it is correct or not? That I'm leaving it to them. There are 3 people who are going to lose points if we count it as it being right. So yeah. Christina, Danny, and Steam are the ones that have to really weigh in there.
Yeah.
Did they win or did my mom win? It's one of the 2.
Danny says no.
Danny says absolutely no. Let's see. Septic says yes. Emily says yes. Everybody who doesn't have skin in the game is like, yep. Like, give it.
Craig says give it to her.
Okay, Craig says give it to her.
Gogo says give it to her.
That's a lot of them. Melissa says close enough.
Steve says no, I need the Karen. And Melissa says give it to her.
So of all the people who said Karen, it seems like everyone said no, right?
Danny, Steam, and Christina said Karen.
Said it should be a Karen. That, right?
Well, Christina hasn't voted.
Oh, Christina. Where do you fall on it, Christina? This could be on your shoulders. It's tactical sabotage.
Yeah, but it's also his mother.
Typos are a fact of speed trivia, says Gordon. That's fair.
Yeah, but I don't know. I'm very conflicted.
Yeah?
Because it's my mother-in-law.
All right. Well, I'm going to put 30 seconds on the clock for the next answers. I didn't see Christina come in at all. You know what? I think it's definitely different. It's a different word.
But we have more give it to mom votes.
We do. If they had all done it, this sounds like bias, says Danny.
Well, it is biased.
It's definitely biased.
It's also my show, so.
All right,
Christina says give it to your mom.
Oh, Christina says give it to your mom. Oh my goodness, that makes it harder. All right, you know what? We're giving it to the mom. You know what? Here's what we're gonna do. This is how we do it. This is simple. All right.
What crazy fucking thing are you about to say?
Mom gets a point. Karen people don't lose a point.
Does mom get 2 points?
Yeah, mom gets 2 points.
Karen people don't lose a point.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does that seem fair? Right? It was different enough that you shouldn't lose a point for somebody getting it absolutely right, but you don't get the Karen point. Is that Karen people good with that? I feel like that's a good compromise.
That's a good compromise.
Yeah. All right. All right. Let's go on.
Sometimes I don't like being the judge.
Question number 5. Just when my mom's here. That's the only time you don't like it.
It's hard. What country has the highest per capita consumption of turkey?
All right, 60 seconds on the clock. Let's take a look at the pre-answers. Is it monkey bread?
That's the one that made me laugh.
Is it monkey bread?
No.
Is it Tiny Tim?
No.
It's not Tiny Tim with monkey bread.
Have the largest per capita of anything.
I mean, his name is Tiny Tim. Is it 1926 or the Black Sea?
No.
Is the Black Sea the largest by capita? Is it mouth guard?
No.
No. Not at all. Emily says that's the pre-answer. Okay. Starfish. Is that correct?
No.
No? Oh. Elephant foot ashtrays.
Oh, God. No.
Ian says it's my mom. My mom is the answer. She has the highest per capita.
Steam says nepotism at its finest.
Yeah. My mom probably eats a good amount of turkey, but I don't know if it's the highest. All right, time's up. We're going to go to the chat. Nobody pre-guessed even a country, so I feel like we're safe. Nobody's getting a t-shirt off of that one, I don't think.
We got a lot of USA.
A lot of USAs. Gordon did go with Italian sausages, which is a food,
It's
much
like a
like
country.
turkey, but it's not a country at all. Craig has a really good guess.
One could
Hungry.
argue.
Because they're hungry.
Aw.
Yeah, so, of course they're going to eat a lot of turkey. They'll eat a lot of everything. South Korea. I feel like definitely a better guess than North Korea.
Uh-oh.
Oh, the cat's joining us. Hello, cat.
Hi, Momao.
How's it going? The United States, America, Turkey, America. You get it? Turkey, Turkey. Jenny says Turkey.
I get it.
That's where they got their name from. They eat a lot of
I
turkey.
get it.
Scotland, a lot of USAs. Russia, USA. The Duchy of Grand Fenwick. You're stealing the cat. You got the cat. Oh, there it is. We have a cat happening. There's the cat. Hey, everybody, we've got cat action. Hot cat action happening right now.
My big fat cat.
So we got, there's no Karens. Not a single Karen.
That's kind of a shame.
Why is it a shame?
Nobody got it right.
No one got it right? Oh, the time a Karen would have worked.
Okay.
And no one got it right. Are you going to go play? Yep, you're going to. Those are all the packing materials. You heading back there? All right, you do you. All right, stop distracting up with deadly felines.
Yeah.
All right, 30 seconds for the pre-answers for the next question. That was our fifth question, so why don't we go through the scores?
Okay.
Right? Seems like a reasonable thing to do. So we're going to read off your scores. If you think your score is different than what we have for you, just let us know, and we'll try and reconcile that. So
I have Danny with 5 points, Alan with 2 points, Fran with 2 points, and then everyone else with 1 point. Craig, Emily, Gogo, Karen, Melissa, Trey.
there you go. So those are all the points. Hopefully you're following along at home. So far, Danny out ahead with 5 points, but there's plenty of questions to go, so anybody could pick up from here. Time's up for our pre-answers, so let's move to question number 6.
How old was Shirley Temple when she made her last film?
All right, 60 seconds on the clock, and the answer is obviously El Kabong. Is that not it?
No.
No, that's not right. Is it Weird Al Yankovic?
No.
No. Tibia. Is it Tibia?
No.
Is it Malcolm X?
It is not.
Was she 5,318,008 years old?
No.
No, that's a little high. Emily missed the last answer.
We didn't say the last answer.
Last answer. You don't get to know. No, if you can't get it right, nobody gets answers. That's how we do things in this household.
Israel.
It's Israel. Sorry about that. I like that everybody was like, but I need to know the answer. I can't move forward without that. All right, so Israel, the correct answer to that one. 5 seconds left. Get your answers in. Oh, Christina has thrown a Karen. We've got one in. Diana has thrown a shit, which is a little different. I'm not sure how that wins you anything, but to the chat we go because time is up. Looks like we've got things 2, 2, 8, 9. I'm seeing there's a 12. Let's see. We've got 54, 25, 23, 20, 32, 54, 38, 1978, 22, 28, 54, 12, 18. All right, so this is interesting. Um, Definitely questions for answers from all over the place. We are doing closest. We didn't describe how closest works. It's pretty straightforward. If the answer is 5 and nobody guesses 5, then anyone who's closest to 5 gets a point. So that means that it's if you got a 6 or a 4, you would get a point. There's 30 people watching us, by the way. Hey, everybody. We appreciate you all watching. We're doing trivia. So what was the correct answer?
22.
It's 22. I think that means Melissa got it dead on.
Dead ass.
That means Christina loses a point for throwing a Karen on that. But that was a pretty good guess to throw one on, because it did look like nobody knew for sure. Melissa, I think, guessed 22. That's what it feels like. All those numbers add up to, what is that, 8,675,309.
No, it's 8675309.
What? I don't understand what that is.
8675309.
I got you to sing it.
Enter your camera space. Coming in
No,
your camera.
stay away from my space. You stay in your camera. You get back in your camera frame.
I'm
You're
an
not allowed in this
alligator.
camera frame. Oh, the alligator's back, and it has no heat. All right, pre-answers are coming in. So yeah, 2 points went to Melissa. Diana says that she's just throwing Karens for the rest of the night. This could turn out really well or really badly. We don't know for sure. Melissa does say that she guessed and feels sorry for Christina. Hey, that's the game, right? You can either go for a guess and you might get it right, or you go for a Karen hoping that nobody guesses it right. So lots of good answers. Let's go to question number 7, right?
Yep.
Are you going to say it? Or are we just going to look at it?
From what flower's stigma is saffron made?
All right, 60 seconds on the clock. Great news. We've already got answers that have come in. By any chance, is it sternocleidomastoid?
Sternocleidomastoid.
Yeah, is that? No. That was very specific.
That's not a flower.
Let's see. Is it indoor plumbing? Is that
Also
where?
not a flower.
That's no. It can be. Monica Lewinsky.
Not a flower.
I mean, she's a delicate flower.
No.
The Mist franchise.
Oh my god, I love the Mist franchise.
Is that it?
No.
No. Wizards.
No.
Mouth
Oh,
guard.
you missed one.
Oh, did we? Margaret Thatcher.
Not a flower.
No. Gone with the Wind.
No.
No. Okay. Jelly Belly flower.
Maybe.
That might be that's an actual answer. But all right, so time is almost up. 5 seconds left. Get your guesses in if you do not have one already. We don't want you to miss out on points. We do have another Karen. Diana is sticking with her technique. She's gonna go all Karens from here on out. It looks like. We have a couple of crocuses. Diana says a Karen, a daisy, a skunk cabbage. Jodie Foster's flower. A Jodie Foster flower, I assume. Saffron.
Oh, he means her flower.
Danny goes with the saffron plant. That's where the saffron comes from. The saffron plant. Some flower from India, says Trey. Zork is better than Mist. Zork greater than Mist, says David Dugard. Another crocus. That's pretty popular. Poppies. Christina also goes with a Karen. I can't think of a rare flower for the life of me. Wheat flower. Rather than like all-purpose flower. That's what he's going for. Hey! That's pretty funny what he said there, wasn't it? We're in a different view. So you have to look straight up. I have to go down like this. What do you think? Is that the correct answer?
You're looking at your own crotch.
All right, Jennifer Flowers, the original flower. All right, so time is up. Here's the thing. So Emily said can't think of a rare flower, but I don't think that it's actually a rare flower that it comes from. The reason that it's so expensive, right, that spice is so expensive, is because of how labor intensive it is to get it out of the flower. You have to go and hand pick it from each flower. There's no way to like have a machine do that. And that's why it's so expensive. Not necessarily because the flower itself is particularly rare. So, lots of good answers. What is the correct answer?
Crocus.
It's a crocus. Pretty common flower, but again, really difficult to harvest. First person to get that correct was Karen, former winner of the Trivia Week. Karen gets 2 points. Looks like Melissa and let's see, Septic also get points. And unfortunately, Diana and Christina both lose a point. Very, very sad. All right, so 30 seconds for your pre-answers. They're all coming in. Speak to her crotch. I have to do that here. Here we go. Hey, Caitlin, how's it going down there?
Pretty well.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. I hope it's not too cold down there in the basement. All right. It looks like all of our pre-answers are pretty much in just a couple seconds here. And we'll move on to question number 8.
Question number 8. What piece of sports equipment is James Naismith credited with inventing?
All right, pre-answers. The Battle of Thermopylae. Is that what did he invent that? No.
No, he didn't.
A Bluetooth foreskin.
Oh, God.
Yeah, no, that's not something I want to connect to. Please, don't connect to that. Steubenville, Ohio.
No.
No, that's not correct. I was going to say crocus, but I thought the flower was too common. Yeah, see, this is a tricky one. Is it phosphorus? Did he invent phosphorus for gaming? Like sports phosphorus?
No.
The Crocodile Hunter.
G'day.
Bill Clinton's cigar.
No.
No, not. Pinot Grigio.
Absolutely
Good
not.
old athletic Pinot Grigio. All right, about 30 seconds left on the clock. Unfortunately, nobody got a t-shirt from the pre-answers.
Bye, Gordon.
Gordon's got to take off.
He says bon voyage.
Oh, bon voyage. Maybe he thought that's what he invented. That could be. I don't know. All right, we've got all kinds of answers coming in this. This is good. There's lots of things. There's about 5 seconds left, so make sure you get your answer in before the time is up. We don't want to cheat you out of a point here. But we are out of time. We're going to go to the chat now, and I'll keep an eye on that. Here are some answers that have come in. Mouth guard. Emily and Craig both did that one. They both have said that a few times. Emily's been hoping to get that as the pre-answer. She didn't guess it this time as the pre-answer, which I thought was interesting. Football tee. Christina says, I'm lucky if I get 3 points. It's not just all about the points. It's okay. You're here also entertaining us and being a part of the family. We're all doing this together. There are 26 of us all hanging out doing some trivia. Let's see. So mouthguard, football helmets, iron. He invented iron, just the metal of iron. Basketball, jockstrap, helmet, another jockstrap, helmet. Karen, Diana goes with the Karen. Consistent. That's what I like about Diana.
She did say she was going to do it.
Mm-hmm. Another helmet. The Naismith crotch guard, which I would assume is similar to a jockstrap, right? Another jockstrap. Baseball goal, tennis.
Racket.
Just the tennis. Oh, tennis, racket. My boat doesn't float on Facebook waters.
Sorry.
The San Francisco Wieners.
Whiners.
Huh?
Whiners.
Whiners. All right, so here's the thing. This is one I would have actually gotten, right? Because Naismith. What did Naismith invent? Oh, am I looking?
Schools.
We're not in that one. You have to look up at me.
Nerdy schools.
What did Naismith invent down there? No, he invented the sport of basketball, right? That's his kind of one of his claims of fame. We actually had a question maybe a month ago about where it was invented,
yep.
Right? And
Good
I think
memory, babe.
Yeah, and I think we had his name in that. I have to do this. Just be like, I'm gonna just clap. Hold on, get my hand. I'm gonna do this. There we go. Perfect. Nailed it. All right, 30 seconds for the pre-answers for the next one. But yeah, so the answer was the basketball. You needed to invent a basketball to invent the sport of basketball. I don't know. I would assume it would have either been that or basketball like hoop. I don't know. But I think it started with apple baskets, right? And they actually originally didn't even cut a hole in them. So you would throw the basketball up and it would drop into the basket. You get a point. Somebody would go up with a ladder and get the ball out.
Yeah.
And then you would continue on with the next point. All right, so question number 9. The pre-answers are up. What is question number 9?
Who became
No! What is question number 9?
the penultimate?
It is the penultimate question. All right. Oh, Trey says he invented the football helmet. Uh-oh. You have people who are firing back at you. Do you need to do some Googling?
Very well.
Fran says yes. Oh, peach baskets, Emily says. Peach baskets. There's a lot of football helmets over there as well.
Oh. I mean, everyone said helmet. Do we accept that? Or would we
I mean, if
accept
that's
the football
true,
helmet?
yeah, we didn't say what the first thing he invented was.
That's true.
It does say football helmet. Basketball and football helmet. So let's see. What is the first person who got helmet? First person who got helmet was actually before Danny. And that's correct as well.
Okay.
So should we switch it all around?
Hang on.
It looks like from this, Shaggy gets 2 points. Danny gets 1 point for basketball. Gordon B gets a point. Trey gets a point. Karen gets a point. Those are the ones I see. So yeah, those are a turnaround of events. We had a challenge on the judges. I feel like what's happening is that the trivia books that we're using are putting in like a few questions that are kind of terrible just to try and weed out the people who are stealing their questions. That's a thing, right? Like they do it on maps. Did you know about this? Do you know that?
Continue.
So there's a thing called paper towns. Have you ever heard of a paper town? So a paper town is a thing. So before there was GPS and everything like that, you would make a map, right? You made maps and you did all your like measurements and everything like that. And it took a lot of time and effort. And you sold these maps. They were a lot of people needed maps to get around. And then what other map makers would do is just copy that map verbatim, right? And then just sell it again and not do any of the legwork. And so a bunch of the map makers would actually make up places, make up towns that didn't exist, right? And so they would make up like Tigerville, USA, right? And so whenever anybody else put Tigerville, USA on their map, they knew that person just lied and stole it from their map because, right? They took it from their atlas or whatever because it didn't really exist. So if you'd actually done the actual work, you'd know that there wasn't actually a town there. And so I wonder if that's what they're doing with some of these.
I think that one might be my fault because I didn't like the way it was worded in the book. It was really clumsily worded.
Oh, okay. Well, it's good. We got the answers though. This is good. Mailing lists do the same thing. Interesting. All right. What do we have? Let's see. Oh, did we put the answer up? We already have the answer up, so people are answering, I think.
Yeah, that's a repeat question. That's the first question.
That's the first question.
Yeah, so that's
That's
not
what
the
happened.
actual.
Ha ha ha. Tricked everybody.
Okay.
All right, so
So
we're
now
now
we're ready
going
for
on to
the
question number 9, which is
Who became a genius whenever he put on the fabulous Kerwood Derby?
all right, 60
is a hat?
seconds on the clock. Let's go through some of these answers. Was it the Mistborn trilogy?
No.
No. Was it Marlon Brando?
No.
It wasn't. The Wienermobile?
No.
No. It would look good in a derby, I feel like. Invented in Springfield, Massachusetts. Had family who grew up there, and the Basketball Hall of Fame is there too. That's true. Athlete's Foot.
No.
67.
No.
The Golden Girls.
No.
No. Bambi.
No.
No. Oh, okay. Buckminster Fuller.
No.
Minster Fuller. Go gets it. All right, so let's see. Then people just answered China because it was a repeat question. 10 seconds left. Get your new answers in for the actual one. Trey knows what paper towns are.
You might have discovered a loophole.
What's that?
Keep in mind, you can neither Google nor Bing answers. You can't ask Jeeves them either.
Well, of course not. Yes. Right. Googling is a general term. All right, to the chat.
It's like Xerox.
Time is up. AGLO. I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is either.
Fran goes with China. That's an interesting guess. At the same time as other people were doing pre-guesses. Diana went with vinyl siding. Walk. Manual disimpaction. Okay. The Nutty Professor, Jeff Goldblum, Sherlock Holmes, Mr. Bean, Johnny Carson, Jodie Foster, Karen, John Neisman.
Karen.
Yes. Well, I think the other people believe that when Karen puts a derby on her head, she becomes... Yeah.
She becomes a genius.
Yeah, they were talking... That's how she won that other week. She put a derby on her head, and that's how she won it. All right, so those are all the answers that came in. We got 4 Karens. So someone is quite certain that... there's some people that are quite certain that people don't know this one. All right. So what is the correct answer?
Bullwinkle Moose.
Bullwinkle the Moose, meaning no one got it. 4 Karens all get points. Danny, Trey, Diana, and Karen. Karen should get 2 points for a Karen.
Trey, is your name actually pronounced Trey?
Am I saying it wrong?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking.
I felt like it's Trey.
You would probably know better than that.
He would probably be able to tell us. Agole was a paper town that went on to actually be founded and become real, says Craig.
Aglo.
Interesting. Aglo. Well, that's good to know. I didn't realize.
Good job, Diana Smiles.
Is she's still in negative points though, probably, right?
Listen here.
What?
Go. We have not gotten to an hour and 15 minutes, Buster.
Not yet.
We will though.
It probably will happen.
So help me God.
Yes.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure, Trey.
Yes. Okay, yeah, I got it. Yeah. I'm so good at this. All right, so this is our last question of the night then.
Yes.
After this question, all we'll be doing is tallying up all the people who shared. We'll go over the points first so that we can make sure that they're along with what you believe it should be. And then we will do the shares and we'll announce who won. If you won, you get to choose the color of the studio tomorrow, so that's very exciting. Craig has guessed Another Wasted Hour, just so you know. That's the pre-guess. Oh. All right, question number 10.
What Central American country extends furthest north?
All right, 60 seconds on the clock. Another Wasted Hour, not a country, so probably not that. Melissa came in a little late with her guess last time, Agent Smart, which is puts a hat on and becomes yeah. Let's see, what else do we have? Cotton Gin. Is it the Cotton Gin?
No.
1867.
No.
Cat Ballou.
No.
Uranium.
I wish it were though. She's so great.
1927.
No.
Ghana.
Oh.
No. Is Ghana in South America? That's over in Guyana would be. Guyana would work. Ghana over in Africa. Meth.
No.
Does extend fairly north, though, I will say. Jodie Foster.
No.
Apocalypse
What
Now.
is up with you McCrackens and Jodie Foster?
They really like Jodie Foster. Apocalypse Now.
No.
Alaska.
No.
All right, so we've got actual answers coming in. Time's up. We're moving to the chat. let's take a look at what people put in. How about Panama? Dun, 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 Panama. No,
No.
not really a South American country.
Central American. Was
Central
the question.
American. Oh, it was Central American. Okay. For some reason, I thought it said South American. So Panama definitely is South American. Central
You know
American.
what's not though?
What?
Mexico.
Mexico is North American. So whatever's touching Mexico is probably a really good guess. But it could also be the bit that goes up around over here too.
Mm.
Just saying. All right, let's see. Belize. That's a good guess. Belize is a good one. Honduras. Mexico, Panama, Honduras, Mexico, Karen. Danny's going with the Karen. Panama, Chile. Craig went with Chile. Steam went with Cuba.
That's in North America.
Cuba?
Yeah.
It's not. It's an island. It's not even part of a continent.
Hawaii is also an island and is still part of North America.
No, it is not. It's part of the U.S., but it's not part of North America. The U.S. or the Hawaii? You're saying that Hawaii is part of the North American continent? What? I don't even understand that.
Politically,
It's way
part of
over
North
there.
America, but geographically, it's not part of any continent. But it's part of North America.
But wait, hold on. What did you say just after that? Geographically, it's
Not in a continent.
right.
Politically, it's part of North America.
Well, of course it is. It's part of the United States. That's like saying so when we took over Guam, now that's North America.
Yep.
Right.
Politically.
Right. When we were in charge of the Philippines, North America, the North American Philippines. Is that what you're talking about? Hmm. Hmm.
You're not looking the right way.
Hmm.
No.
It's not part of North America. That's
Okay.
ridiculous. All
Whatever
right.
you say, dear.
Yes. So what is the correct answer for the last question of the night?
Belize.
Belize is the correct answer. People aren't going to believe this, but it's goddamn Ian who comes in with an actual answer for once and ruins it for everybody because no one else guessed it. This is a good guess, though, because it comes up around, right? Because you've got the Gulf there, right? So you got the Mexico bit over here, all right? And so the Mexico bit comes up like this, but then Belize comes up over here, and it's higher than where it meets like Mexico, right? It comes along the side there. Oh, okay, it comes to the side there. Yeah, it comes up over here. That's right. Yeah, so it's part of that peninsula, which is the Yucatan Peninsula. And so that comes north, more north than Mexico, where it meets like Guatemala.
Mhm.
Yeah. So good guess. That's, I think, what I would have gone with as well. And I wasn't for sure, but that's just it. Alaska is part of Belize, says David Dugard. And that's actually an interesting thing. Geographically, it's not, but politically, it is. That's my understanding.
Gordon has offered, Gogo has offered a post answer.
A pose dancer?
Post answer.
Oh, a post dancer. Excellent. If I come in last, I want Craig to give the last place speech on his special day. Oh, all right. Craig says, damn it, Belize was my second choice. Well, that's not going to help. Post answer, pork bellies. Steam has one style point tonight. Well, I've been striking out with style points tonight, so yeah, she's been pretty stingy with the style points. Just not into it today. All right, so let's go over the points that everybody has for tonight. Let us know if they are off from what you think they should be. I guess we should start at the bottom and move up to keep it suspenseful as to who might be the winner.
Yes. Christina with -2 points. If you would like to give a speech, you're welcome to.
You can make Steam do it.
Diana with -1 point. Septic, Emily, and Craig with 1 point. Shaggy, Ian, Gogo, Fran, and Alan with 2 points. Trey with 3 points. Melissa with 4 points. Karen with 5 points. And Danny with 6 points.
All right, so Danny is in the lead right now. However, we have not counted up the shares yet. So I'm going to roll back into the live channel here and see what people did in terms of
Ooh,
shares.
there's 14 shares.
14 shares. Lots of Barbine. That's what he does. Starting off with 4 for Barbine. I see those. There may be more. I just see 4 for now. Craig. 2 for Craig. Mark Schmidt. Bear came in and said nothing the entire time, but shared the show.
Hang on, I'm going to put him as Bear.
Yeah, that's fine. Put him in as Bear. We can do that later. We know he didn't win it because he didn't get any other points. But 1 point for Bear. I shared the show. That was really nice of me. I appreciate that. Oh, where'd that come from? Emily shared the show 3 times. Shaggy shared the show once. And David Dugard shared the show once. Which is probably why we got to 24 people right now still watching. So thank you, everybody. Let's see. So you're going to tally up the points. While I'm doing that, don't forget we do this at 7 o'clock every night. We'll be here as long as they keep us quarantined. So if you have something to look forward to, and we have something to look forward to. So the winner of the night is... Danny still maintained the win. Karen just one behind. Just a share behind.
Yeah.
If she had shared it, she could have tied the night, but did not. So Danny, please, you may have a acceptance speech, or you may select somebody else to do your acceptance speech. Also, don't forget to let us know what color you'd like the studio. While that's being done, a little business I'd like to get out of the way. I also have a podcast called Another Wasted Hour. It's free. There's like 140 episodes. You can go up to Apple Podcasts, Google Play Music, Stitcher, Spotify, iHeartRadio. Any place that you would go and get a podcast, you can search for Another Wasted Hour and find our podcast. Go take a listen to it. There's some trivia. There's some funny, like wacky internet news that we find every week. And you get to hear a local artist or musician from the DC area. Probably people you wouldn't have heard before. Very talented people. So go check that out. Give us a review, stars, all those things. We'd really appreciate it. Obviously, one of the ways you can get points is by sharing. We showed you that. Do that tomorrow. But one of the other ways is to get here first and say the word first in the chat. You get a free point just for being the first person in. If you want to be that person, you're probably going to want to go up to the top here or the bottom down there and hit follow or subscribe, and then also set alerts so that it lets you know when we go live. That way you have a chance of getting here first. Talk to Emily. She knows how it goes down. And don't forget to give us a like. Another Wasted Hour on Facebook, on Twitter and Instagram. We'd appreciate that. People seem to enjoy the pre-guesses. That was good. I'm glad to hear that. All right, did we get an acceptance speech?
Did you see the acceptance speech from Christina?
I did not. Speech. Melissa stole my point. Oh, no. Oh, Melissa. Oh, there's bad blood now. Oh, goodness. Dark green for the color. So we can get like a vibrant green. You can't. Dark is a hard thing to do with light.
We'll do like a deep green.
A deep green we can do, but dark doesn't work when it comes to lights.
Yeah.
You can't make a dark anything. You just make a color.
Danny shouted Karen and said Karen should have to give it.
Okay, Karen, do you have an acceptance speech for Danny? You can write up anything you want. I guess we'll wait for that for just a few more seconds here.
Go-Go says, see, another wasted hour in 15 minutes.
Yeah, now you're correct. Now you're right. It's not unusual. I agree that it is likely to happen. It just hadn't happened yet. Technically, this isn't even another wasted hour. If you go check out the podcast itself is 1 hour. Although we do tack on music at the end of a lot of the episodes, so they end up being just over an hour. But we actually have it timed out, so it ends at an hour no matter what. That way we don't go on forever and ever and ever. We should just time this to 1 hour, and then the last questions just have to go really fast.
Oh, we're frozen on the stream.
That's because I don't have it playing.
Oh,
That's
okay.
why.
I'm frozen in a very stupid face on your screen.
There you go. Now you're
I'm not so stupid anymore.
Yeah, that's good.
That is exciting.
All right, I'm not seeing the acceptance speech from Karen. So we may have to move on. 1 hour was wasted. 15 minutes were valuable. Oh, we appreciate that. I'm glad we could bring just a little bit of value to your entire wasted hour. All right, so we're going to call it. Everyone, thank you for joining us. 7 o'clock tomorrow. We will be back here. Until tomorrow, everybody stay safe, stay healthy, stay home. I know you're itching to get out there. They're going to start opening things, but it's best to be safe than to be sorry. We definitely want to see you all again once we can get back get back out into the real world, but once it's safe and everything. So just be careful. We're going to get through this. You and us will be here 7 o'clock. We'll have something to look forward to. You'll have something to look forward to. And shout out to all the folks who are keeping things running and keeping the world spinning. You know, we've got emergency workers out there, people taking care of people, delivery people, all kinds of folks who have essential jobs that they have to do. And we appreciate that you're doing them. That's why we're staying home and doing this, is to kind of in a weird way support you. So tomorrow, deep green is going to be the color. 10 more questions. It's a free-for-all Friday, so we're going to post a link to the meeting in the chat there, and everybody's welcome to join the show. We will see you then, 7 o'clock, and goodbye.
Bye.
Caitlin's not pressing the button.
Yeah, I am.